Dogs are a blessing. We are lucky to have them. They are so simple. But they need our help. Mexico has a dog problem. And the problem is, there is just too many of them. And without proper supervision and care, the dog population goes unchecked. This leads to disease, suffering, and starvation. The good news is, there are people fighting to change this. Volunteers like Trina, Cece, Sabrina, and Dr. Arturo, and a few others are doing everything they can to fix this terrible problem. They run Isla Animals, a non-profit animal rescue. And they have made me believe that there is hope, and there is a solution. These volunteers give up their time, energy, and often their sanity to fight for the lost and forgotten. As vast as the problem is, it can be fixed. I have been following this problem for 23 years. I have seen where it started and where it is now. But contrary to what some believe, they are not a well-funded army. This is a few extremely dedicated volunteers who give everything they have to make a difference. They arrange spay and neuter clinics offering free sterilization to areas of the community that cannot afford it. Vets volunteer from all over the world to come and help with their mission, providing much-needed care and help for those who need it most. The scale of their operation and what they do for the community is very impressive, especially considering their limited resources and funding. But it wasn't always this well-oiled machine that it is now. It took a long time to get here. Isla Animals started on Isla Mujeres, a small Mexican island off the coast of Cancun. It all started when Allison Sawyer moved to Isla Mujeres in the year 2000. She had helped with a few animal rescues before, and it really opened her eyes. She could no longer ignore how many wild, sick, and hungry dogs there were on Isla Mujeres. What she knew was that this was unacceptable. What she didn't know was that this was the beginning of Isla Animals. Her house basically became the pound for the next 15 years. She had to fight everyone: the local customs, her neighbors, the government. She was not popular. But she continued to do whatever she could, including sneaking in at night and letting the air out of the tires of the truck they used to round up every dog they could catch and electrocute them. Eventually, the local government could no longer ignore the difference Isla Animals was making. They finally gave her a small space to work in, which was all she needed. And after about 20 years, she passed the torch to Trina and Cece. Isla Animals grew into what it is today. They have helped tens of thousands of suffering, starving, and unwanted dogs find loving homes all over the world. The spay and neuter campaigns that Isla Animals organizes takes months of fundraising and planning. What they transport, set up, and tear down in 6 days is nothing short of a miracle. Trina is in charge of this one. To give you an idea of what it's like, let's follow her around for a minute.
29 surgery tables. Yes, absolutely. It is supplies that you both need. Right. Where'd that water go?
It's right here.
So, let's talk about shelves. So, it's going to be here in dog recovery. But you won't know what this is, so I don't have to worry about it. In the back. That's adorable. And fix it. Sterile saline. We can do that on the table. On this edge, if you want to see. Okay, so can he get on our table?
Through the years, the main vet Isla Animals has depended on is Dr. Arturo. This guy is a rock star. He works with Isla Animals to organize and staff these spay and neuter campaigns. Dr. Arturo is a very, very gifted vet. His expertise and giant heart are always there to support and advise the Isla Animals team. And he's there for the tough jobs. Dr. Arturo is a huge part of the glue that keeps Isla Animals together. Isla Animals was doing up to 4,000 spays and neuters a year. Basically, they fixed the problem in the area. But sadly, because they did such a good job, the government on Isla Mujeres no longer saw the need for their services. And in April of 2023, they took away the very meager space they had provided, forcing Isla Animals to move off of Isla Mujeres. Now, that's the nice way to put it. The way Spot the dog puppet would put it is, mother greedy fucking dip short-sighted wad fucking limp ungrateful political bags son of a Anyways, after 20 plus years of Isla Animals' beautiful selfless work for the island, their reward was being evicted. Isla Mujeres has tossed out an amazing free service. A gift to everyone and every dog on the island.
Right before they kick us out, we had adopted 112 dogs in 112 days since January 1st, 2023. That's like a dog a day for 4 months. The best work you ever do, and then things kind of turn. We had to pack 8 years of our supplies. We had about 25 dogs at the shelter at that time, so we also worked really hard in sending those dogs as soon as possible because we didn't have anywhere to put them.
A lot of them ended up in our apartments and
our showers, under our beds, on top of our beds, everywhere. We had dogs coming out of our ears.
Yeah. And the frustrating part about it was that they kicked us out in April of 23, and now it's January of 24, and that building is still sitting empty.
Oh, don't forget, they offer us an alternative space. It was the size of a bathroom.
Their solution of this, tiny little closet was a slap in the face.
After being kicked out and having everything they worked so hard for scattered into the wind, Trina and Cece didn't know what to do. But even though they were told they weren't needed, they knew the need was still there.
We also consider, and we talk about it, like, should we stop? Should we take a step back and go back to our normal lives where we still had days off and went to the beach now and then?
What are days?
I don't know.
Off?
My last day off was the 2nd of August, 2023. And today is the 20th of January, 2024. Really, that was my last day off. And actually, we're done with this. I'm gonna go feed the dogs.
Which brings us to the future of Isla Animals. The Oasis. The solution for Isla Animals is to create a place that cannot be taken away. A permanent shelter. Oasis is that shelter. It's located off the island in Cancun. It's being built on donated land, which guarantees that something like this will never happen again. But the best part is the Oasis is being built by the people who know exactly what they need. Years of keeping rescue dogs with possible deadly contagious diseases separate from other clean rescue dogs in showers, closets, doorless rooms, and whatever else they could find has given them a unique first-hand knowledge of the perfect facility. Controlling the animal population requires constant active programs, and every minute these programs are not in place reverses everything Isla Animals has worked so hard for so many years to control. The whole reason sterilizing these animals is so important is because once one dog has puppies, then those puppies have puppies, then those dogs have puppies, and puppies and puppies and more puppies. After a short period of time, the number starts to grow exponentially. According to the U.S. Humane Society, one unspayed female dog and her offspring can have 11,167 dogs in 1 year. I personally struggled taking care of 2 of them. This is why sterilization is so important. Dealing with this problem will probably never end. But the Oasis is the answer. The sad thing is, Trina and Dr. Arturo did the math, and without them on Isla Mujeres, doing constant spaying and neutering, it will take 1 year and 7 months for the street animal population to be reverted right back to where it was 23 years ago. The clock is ticking. Oasis is the solution. Now, even though they were forced to move, Isla Animals will still help animals on Isla Mujeres, Cancun, or anywhere else they can. Leashes, carriers, vaccines, anything rescue related is greatly appreciated. However, because it's so hard to actually get these donated items into Mexico, money is the best donation. You could also volunteer your time. The volunteers are what actually make the whole thing work. Your help is greatly appreciated and needed. And your help gives hope to those who never had a chance. Please, please, help us help them.